Best RAM for Gaming 2023. The best RAM kit for your money depends on the platform you pick and the type of workloads you plan to run. Every modern desktop system has utilized DDR4 RAM and has recently supported the baseline DDR4-2133 data rate. Now, that's the easy part. Number 1. G-Skill Trident Z5 RGB DDR5-6000. The numbers speak for themselves. The G-Skill Trident Z5 RGB DDR5-6000 C36 is one of the fastest DDR5 memory kits that money can buy. It also has the best timings that you can find on a DDR5-6000 memory kit. The usage of Samsung's BDI integrated circuits means that the Trident Z5 RGB memory can run at tight timings even beyond the proclaimed DDR5-6000. As always, your ceiling will depend on the silicon lottery and how much voltage you're willing to pump into the memory. While the Trident Z5 RGB DDR5-6000 C36 looks good and performs even better, it has an eye-watering price tag that could scare even enthusiasts with the deepest of pockets. At $489.99, the memory kit certainly merits extra meditation before pulling the trigger. But if you've already decided on picking a high-speed DDR5 memory kit for your Alta Lake system, the Trident Z5 RGB DDR5-6000 C36 will serve you well. For this generation of the Trident series, G-Skill introduced the Trident Z5 and Trident Z5 RGB lineups. The latter features RGB lighting, which is also the variant in this review. Design-wise, the Trident Z5 RGB retains the Trident theme with the fin design. In addition, the aluminum heat spreader flaunts the two-tone exterior and looks more elegant than previous Trident installments. Number 2. Samsung DDR5-4800. The Samsung DDR5-4800 C40 memory modules deliver on the performance front for consumers looking for baseline performance, which you can install and forget. While lacking in looks, the Samsung DDR5-4800 memory has unstinted overclocking headroom. That's the memory's most vital attribute. You can hit high frequency with tight timings. The Samsung DDR5-4800 memory will not leave a sour taste in your mouth if you want to try your hand at BDI overclocking. Our sample guide to DDR5-5800 C36, one of the better configurations by DDR5 standards. Of course, your overclocking mileage will vary, making the Samsung DDR5-4800 memory one of those high-risk, high-reward products. Samsung's DDR5-4800 C40 memory module retails for $153.26 at new. It's important to highlight that this is consumer pricing, not IT pricing. A dual-channel setup will set you back $306.52. DDR5 pricing is still fluctuating, but DDR5-4832 GB, 216 GB memory kits currently start at $273.99, so the Samsung memory kit is moderately more expensive. But if you want to get your hand on some cheap BDI for overclocking, these memory modules are the way to go. Number 3. Team Group T-Force Xtreem ARGB DDR4-3600. Team Group did a great job with the Xtreem ARGB DDR4-3600 C14 memory kit. It certainly ticks all the right boxes. The memory kit looks fantastic when lit up or powered down and performs equally well. The Xtreem ARGB is the fastest DDR4-3600 C14 memory kit that we've tested so far. The memory market only has a handful of DDR4-3600 C14 memory kits at the 16 GB, 2 GB capacity, and with a price tag of $169.99. The Xtreem ARGB is the least expensive of them all, so the only gripe we have with its availability. Unfortunately, Newegg is currently the only retailer that lists the memory kit, so it could be challenging to find. With the launch of AMD Ryzen 3000 series, opens and new tab processors, DDR4-3600 memory kits have taken on a new level of importance. The chipmaker's recommendation for DDR4-3600 CL16 as the best price-to-performance option has caused a proliferation for said memory kits. As a result, there are roughly 125 different memory kits on the market for just the 16 GB, 2 GB capacity alone, and they are likely the go-to kits for many Ryzen fans that hit our list of best RAM. Opens a new tab. Number 4. Patriot Viper Steel DDR4-4400. For those with a board that can handle its top speed and games or workloads that can take advantage of it, Patriot's Viper Steel DDR4-4400 16 GB kit is an excellent high-performance option that also skips RGB. Keeping the kit simple has allowed Patriot to equip the Viper Steel with enhanced timings that dramatically boost the performance of specific programs, including some games. Since the market for pure gaming rigs and focused builds designed for singular tasks is still competitive, the Viper Steel DDR4-4400 sits comfortably in this niche. Stick an ordinary household magnet on the side of the Viper Steel's cooler and you'll soon find out that there isn't enough fair content in Patriot's kit to technically justify the back half of its name. For the record, the kit doesn't contain any actual Vipers either, but that part of the name didn't require any scientific testing. What we instead find with this kit, a pair of ordinary 8GB single-rank modules equipped with Samsung's venerable B-Die integrated circuits. Number 5. Patriot Viper RGB DDR4-3600. Patriot bucks the trend of pairing cosmetic features with mainstream DRAM IC, instead of pushing data rates up to 4,133 MHz on its Viper RGB. As a result, this DDR4-3600 kit is only $10 more than the white LED version and several dollars cheaper than competing products with similar latency. That makes it a great value at this speed. Those slower kits have more significant pricing advantages. The fastest DDR4-3600 kit we tested, Patriot's Viper RGB DDR4-3600 kit, provides excellent value to buyers who want to go overclocking capability and show RGB LEDs. Patriot bucks the trend of pairing cosmetic features with mainstream DRAM IC, instead pushing data rates up to 4,000. Number 6. Patriot Viper 4 DDR4-3400. It may not have fancy software-controlled RGB lights, and there are faster kits on offer for higher prices, as well as budget price kits that cost less. But for many who don't want or need their memory to glow like a rainbow, Patriot's Viper 4 DDR4-3400C16 16GB PV416-340C6K sits in a sweet spot of price and performance. The kit includes two 8GB modules rated with XMP values of DDR4-3400 CAS16 18 1836. Those last three numbers aren't great, but DDR3 lovers must remember that 16 cycles at 3400 MHz data rate have the same latency time as 8 cycles at 1700 MHz data rate. We review a bunch of high-end memory and usually end up with reservations concerning its price. Patriot Memory decided to help in our dilemma with a high-speed 16GB kit with a $145 MSRP. That MSRP is particularly important in this kit, since reasonable pricing and modest production volume is not a recipe for consistent availability. Number 7. Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro DDR4-3200. Builders who put a premium on aesthetics face a tough choice between the best-looking and best-performance parts. Corsair brings a bit of both in its Vengeance RGB DDR4-3200 kit, providing 4 8GB DIMMs, 32 GB total at CAS16 timings for a price that's reasonably moderate given the recent market trends. And this kit isn't all about looks, it has the goods where benchmarks are concerned, too. Superb performance and moderate pricing earned the Vengeance RGB Pro DDR4-3200 our Editor's Choice Award for RGB-equipped memory. Though its pastel colors might be off-putting to a few builders, Corsair's kit beat our previous favorite, the HyperX Predator RGB, in overall performance at every speed. Barring the DDR4 4000 setting that it didn't reach, Corsair also provides a better performing XMP value and a lower price than the competition, making the Vengeance RGB Pro the uncompromised winner here and an excellent addition to your next RGB build. Number 8. Patriot Viper Steel DDR4-3200. Buyers within the performance PC market have only two excuses to stop at DDR4-3200. Either they're trying to save money or trying to coax a good performance from a system that really can't go much farther. For those in either camp, but the former in particular, Patriot's 32GB Viper Steel 3200 kit slams the competition on price, undercutting its closest rival in our analysis by nearly 18%, and that's without any performance penalties, beyond those of having the exact mid-market timings as its competitors. Even though the Patriot Viper Steel's performance victories are less than 1% overall, its low price puts it well ahead of even the least expensive competitor in our basic performance-to-price comparison. As a result, value seekers within the performance PC market have just found their new champion. Number 9. Patriot Viper Steel DDR4-3600. The Viper Steel DDR4-3600 is a terrific memory kit for content creators or professionals that don't have the luxury of many DDR4 memory slots. Patriot practically bend these modules to the max, so overclocking headroom is almost non-existent, even if you're willing to go crazy on the voltage. But running the Viper Steel at the advertised frequency should be more than sufficient in most scenarios. Patriot prices the Viper Steel DDR4-3600 1864GB memory kit very attractively, at $239.99. The memory kit is neither cheap nor expensive. Viper Steel finds itself right in the middle of the competition, given it stands tall in terms of performance. That makes this kit easy to recommend for those who need speed and density in a dual DIMM scenario. The Viper Steel's aluminum heat spreader comes in a gunmetal gray color with black highlights. The color theme helps the memory modules blend in seamlessly with the majority of PC builds, doing justice to its name. The Viper Steel flaunts an aggressive exterior that features the brand's Viper logo in the center. The same design is present on both sides of the memory module.